Hey guys, I'm Rawvana and I'm here with Ellen.
Yes, also known
As she has a YouTube channel, actually.
yes, Elle Taylor. So
Yes, and we're here at Woodstock Fruit Festival 2015, and this is where we met. And I met Ellen through YouTube because I saw one of her videos, which super impacted me. It's her eating disorder story, and she has an amazing story that I know has inspired many of you guys. And I'm so grateful to have met you here. We've been connecting, getting to know each other, which has been wonderful, and everyone here is just amazing. But I really wanted you guys to meet her and to get to know her story firsthand. So if you can introduce yourself, just
hi, yeah. Well, I'm from Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah.
So I've just come traveling to the United States for the Woodstock Fruit Festival 2015.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's going to be the last one. Well, hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully
But,
not.
Yeah, hopefully. And yeah, so that is where I've met Rawvana or Rawvana.
Yes.
And I'm so grateful that I've met this wonderful
Yeah.
soul. Oh, she's beautiful and so easy to speak to.
Yeah.
And just easy to get along with.
You are too.
Aw,
Yeah, thank you. So, tell us please, how was it? Like, I want to know your eating disorder story from the beginning, because I look at you and I see you super healthy.
Yeah.
And not only healthy on the outside, but you seem like you're really healed on the inside too.
And happy. Like
Yes.
1,000 times happier.
Yeah, happy, you seem at peace, you're socializing with everyone, just a what a normal person would be, right?
Yeah.
But I saw your video and your story is just amazing. So like when did your eating disorders begin?
My eating disorders began when I was about the age of 15. I had quit my high competitive swimming. I was a national swimmer. And as soon as I quit, I just had this fear that I was going to gain weight. And I never let myself gain any weight. So I was like, okay, as soon as I quit, I've got to restrict my calories in order to just maintain my figure. But I just thought, because the girls at school didn't eat, they didn't eat at home either. So I was like, oh, I'm not going to eat at school, I'm not going to eat at home. And I just didn't eat at all. And then my weight plummeted to below 40 kilos. I was then placed in outpatient treatment, where I was seeing a therapist and a dietitian and getting therapy. But I just thought when I gained the first 5 kilos that it was the end of the world, and I was I already thought I was overweight because I was so malnourished. And I wasn't actually nourishing my body at that time with whole foods or foods that are full of nutrients and can actually fuel your brain and let you think clearly, and you actually can't see clearly. So I was like, okay, well, it's the end of the world, I'm fat anyway, I might as well just keep binging. And from there I actually just developed like a binge eating disorder. I went from one extreme to the other.
How long was that?
That went for about a year. So I was overweight for a year. So I went to 79 kilos. And I'm
Wow, in a year.
that was like, so that's over 40 kilos gained in a year.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, I've had enough. I'm gonna just be healthy. And I started the clean eating, clean eating, like the little piece of meat, and it was just really, really shrunk down portions. And I started with that, and then as the weeks went on, it just became less and less and less until I was eating nothing. And I just had a massive relapse and fell back into the cycle of restriction and over exercising, and then the weight just fell off. So I lost over 40 kilos in less than 6 months. And and that was when I was then started having seizures. And
6 months, 40 kilos.
So it was quite a large amount. And I was killing myself from the inside out, not only emotionally but physically. I was dying. And I had gone into liver and kidney failure. My blood sugar was at 0.2, potassium 1.7, when its bare minimum is 3.5 to even be able to get out of emergency. So after that, I was then rushed to emergency after visiting the doctors about my weight. I would have been put in the hospital earlier if it wasn't for me.
But you said, like, because you had been going to the doctor, right, to get checked.
Yeah.
But you were doing something to mimic like the weight, to like make the weight fake.
I was faking my weight because of course my parents noticed people are like, oh, didn't your parents notice?
Exactly, your parents.
Yeah, they did notice, but there was nothing the doctors could do because I was going there and I was wearing lots of baggy clothing and stuffing my bras with coins, taping coins to my body, chugging liters of water before weighing, and I was faking over 10 kilos of weight. So my BMI wasn't low enough at the time to go into hospital until one night I just broke down after having all the seizures and just couldn't deal with it anymore. Told Mum. The next day I was put into another appointment where all the truth came out, and I was rushed to the emergency clinic where that's when they found out about my liver and kidney failure and my low potassium and blood sugar levels, and I was just hooked up onto all these drips and heart rate monitors. My heart would drop below 30 beats when I slept.
Oh my goodness.
Like, I don't even know how I was still alive.
You were with the patients that had heart problems,
yes.
right? Yes.
At the time, I'd gone from emergency, I'd moved up to the ward where the heart patients were, and I was kept there for a while and monitored. Like, they just come out of heart surgery, and these are people in their 50s, and I'm here at only just turned 18.
What was passing through your mind at that moment?
At that moment, I was like, what am I doing here? But then again, I just thought I was invincible because I thought nothing could hurt me, like nothing was going to happen. I was like, yeah.
And how old were you at that time?
Just turned 18. Wow. So freshly 18.
And you're 19 now?
19 now. And then, so when my heart started kind of being stable, I was moved into the eating disorder clinic where I just couldn't handle it, being force-fed all these animal products and just having minimum time to eat your food, and you just had to eat it in a time limit. If you didn't eat it in a time limit, you get supplemented with a tube.
Of course. So
I just had to eat as fast as I could, and then being forced to eat things like fat around the meat, I just couldn't do it. So
and a lot of your minerals were depleted, right?
Depleted.
Potassium, magnesium.
Yes. And what is a meat and dairy-based diet? Yeah. How is that going to help you? I actually remember being like constipated for a whole week in that hospital.
Wow.
Yeah, with all that food that was coming into me in such a large amount. I know, it was disgusting. I felt gross, and that is why I discharged myself against medical advice because I couldn't handle it anymore. I went back home and I didn't have intentions of relapsing, but I just couldn't handle having that food inside of me, and it just still caused mood swings, rapid mood swings, and I just couldn't do it. So that is when I then unfortunately started going back downhill again after I'd been in hospital, and I'd gotten down to 35 kilos. And it wasn't until I was about to be readmitted that I was so scared. I'm so scarred for life from hospital. I didn't want to go back.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I sat down with my mum and looked on the internet through YouTube, just informative videos, and I found alternative ways to recover. And that is when I came to veganism. From the start, it was high raw veganism. I brought my first box of bananas the next day, and to support me, my mum and dad.
Who did you find, or how did you find, or you just looked up veganism?
I actually found Freely. So
nice.
When she had her informative videos back about protein, where to get all your energy from, like, you actually get all the nutrients your body requires just from a plant-based diet. You don't
exciting!
Need meat. I know, it's amazing, but more people need to know. We want you guys to know that you can actually get all your nutrients from plants. You don't need meat or dairy or milk or eggs. None of that.
Exactly.
So my mum.
And then you went to get your box of bananas.
And then we got my box of bananas, and I'm just sitting there. My first photo, pretty much on my Instagram feed, of me starting this lifestyle.
So cute.
This is me starting it's with me holding the box of bananas, and I was just so happy. And then
Oh.
yeah, so I just from there, and then the next week we went to the market and actually got an actual market haul.
Wow, that's so exciting.
It was so good.
Wow.
Yeah.
And your mom went vegan too, right?
Yeah, my mum and sister went vegan along with me, and then my dad also joined along. So we all went vegan together, and we all prepare our meals, like for our dinner meal. Dad, we all make a family meal which is like just really hearty and nourishing, and just full of plant-based foods.
And how are you feeling? Because I imagine that at this point you were gaining some weight, right?
Yes.
And how did you feel about that?
I actually didn't mind that I was gaining weight. I didn't care. Like, it didn't matter anymore, because I knew that I was nourishing my body from the inside out through wholesome, natural goodness that was full of nutrients. And it wasn't just artificial. It wasn't causing me mood swings. It was just nourishing me, and I knew what I was doing was right.
Exactly.
And I knew it was only just going to do good by my body.
And your brain was working better too,
Yes.
so you could see.
Yeah, I could see clearly, because when you starve yourself, your body is morphed. You cannot see what everyone else sees.
Exactly.
You think you're someone else that you're not. And I was someone else that I wasn't. Like, my whole mood changed as soon as I switched plant-based. Like, I could now enjoy life. I had a better outlook. My mum said I was a totally different person. I was totally positive, and I was never negative anymore, or I was just a brighter, happier person. But yeah, I do have my bad days. We all do.
Of course.
So, but just majority, I'm just carefree, happy, vibrant.
Yes, you are. She really is. I went into the kitchen because she's volunteering, and I went like, oh, and she's like, hi. She just had like this huge smile on her face.
Yes, oh, it was so
cute.
lovely, because it was a shock. I didn't even expect you to be here.
Yeah,
I was just like cleaning
I didn't
the floor.
expect you to be.
I was like Cinderella, mopping the floor.
I know,
And here's
she looked so
Rawvana,
good.
and then just popping in, and I'm just like, oh hey girl.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so happy to see you really healthy, and it's so inspiring for so many girls that are going through that.
Yeah.
And thank you.
That's okay. I was like, thank you for having me.
No, thank you for sharing. And honestly, like, this lifestyle is so wonderful that you can share it with other people like you guys, you know, like, it's, yes, we're here and you can do it physical at festivals, but yeah, I mean, you found a video and you got inspired to do that.
Yeah.
So,
And from that, I'm helping inspire and motivate other people to change.
Exactly.
Just like you are.
Yes.
So together, we can all change
Yes.
how everyone eats. We'll try and inspire you to eat better.
exactly. And then you get this information and you take it to others, so then you inspire other people. So yeah, well, thank you. You guys need to check out her channel and subscribe. Yeah, I love your videos and your pictures on Instagram. I'm gonna leave all the links in the description of this video. And well, I guess that's it. Oh, and I'm also gonna leave you the link of her eating disorder story video, which you can see pictures and just more detailed information that wasn't mentioned in this video. Thank you guys for watching, and we send you lots of hugs and love and light. And I guess we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.